I know we get that new Centurion card in a couple hours here, but I had a replay here that I actually thought you would enjoy seeing. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Ross content. So this is Centurion actually versus some Volcanics, and this is actually kind of interesting. And we got Rivalry double Nibiru. I love seeing a multitude of hand traps. Bonfire, someday we'll get this card. And we also have Kurenai here, the game-ending damage card, because it's just amazing. We opened up double Trudia, the Talents, the Centurion Faith, and Pot of Prosperity here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get Bonfired on into the Trooper. And we're off to the races. Here comes the Trooper on into the Blaze Accelerator. Slam down the Blaze Accelerator, mill off regular Blaze. Go ahead and hand our opponent the token. Trigger to mill off. Alright, down comes the Rimfire. Rimfire. Go ahead and drop the big guy. Summon out. Ping the opponent for 500. And we're going to go ahead and get the emission set up back here because I love traps. Like, extra burn damage is pretty good. Alright, we'll go ahead and set, and we're going to go ahead and rotate on in to the Almirage here. This is actually going to be an extra layer of protection. The minute that we flip this Rivalry, we'll be able to go ahead and protect the Emperor. Not like it's going to matter too much here. We'll go ahead and Trudeia on down. We'll go ahead and bring on up the big guy. Alright, we're going to go ahead and scale this, or put this in the Spell and Trap card zone through Faith of Centurion. Just let you place a Centurion from your hand or graveyard face up in your Spell and Trap card zone. So, actually is pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and trigger on up since they're both traps. Alright, we're going to go ahead and attempt to trigger this. But guess what? We're under Rivalry now, so, yep, there's our machine. I actually can't believe that they designed this in the way that they did, because, you know, Pyro Spellcaster, and we're locked. There's the Almirage on the chain. We're going to go ahead and Pot of Prosperity here. We have to find something. There's got to be something. We're going to have to grab the Truth of Centurion here, which is just going to be a standard Omni-Negate by sending one of our, you know, Crystal Beast spells and traps here to the graveyard, which is actually pretty good. Alright, so there's that. I'm going to go ahead and set it. Then I'm going to go ahead and end phase emission here, which is going to go ahead and take and either special or add. Alright, there's the Volcanic guy. We're going to go ahead and grab an emission. It'll bounce on back to our hand. They're going to draw an Ash Blossom for a turn. Holy moly, they are just in value town here. Alright, Volcanic's going to slam on down. We're going to grab a shell from our deck. Go ahead and pop that on off. Go ahead and drop the Rimfire. Rimfire dropping another boss monster. They're going to go ahead and summon out the Volcanic Emperor at this point. We're going to go ahead and negate that. Because, you know, I don't want to lose the game just yet. Whew, too much burn damage at this stage. We're going to go ahead and attempt a special. Alright, they're going to go ahead and attempt to do our effect. We're going to go ahead and get pinged for 500. There's the Ash. Ah, boy. You know, this is not good. We're losing this game horribly. Alright, we'll go ahead and toggle on up. And there is the hand the token. We'll shell it on up here. Hello, Volcanic Shell. Alright, we're going to go ahead and Bonfire into the top deck. There's a Trudeia. Go ahead and Trudeia on up. Go ahead and scale on up the good card. They're going to go ahead and do the trap, and yeah, we lose. Could game one have probably been played a little bit better? Yeah, but this is, you know, kind of the first experience playing the deck. So, you know, bear with it a little bit. You know, we've got another game here to see if we can redeem ourselves or if we're just going to get left behind. And to be perfectly honest with you, this deck is incredibly straightforward. The fact that all of these are traps that, you know, can just be able to be triggered during both players' turns actually makes this deck kind of a scary force. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and kick it on into game 2 here. And our opponent has, they're prepared for this matchup, actually. They actually have the Ghost Ogre. I love the fact that, you know, when this goes to the trap zone and, you know, becomes a trap and attempts to trigger, if they blast it off the face of the planet with the Ghost Ogre, well, where our value go, unfortunately. So we open up Summoner Monk, Trudeia, Ash Blossom, and Double Judgment, which is actually not bad. Our opponent's got Emission, Shell, Rimfire, Inferno, and Ghost Ogre here. We're going to go ahead and Trudeia on up, scale it on up. I keep saying scale it on up, but it's Spell and Trap it on up. We're going to go ahead and attempt to trigger the Primera, and we're going to get blasted by the Ghost Ogre and No Fun Allowed Bunny. Yeah, someday Centurion will get to do its thing. We're going to go ahead and set these two fancy No Fun Allowed cards for our opponent. And pass turn. Opponent's going to go ahead and extra here. We're going to go ahead and ash that. Perfectly good place to ash that. I don't blame them for that. I'm going to go ahead and normal volcanic shell. And attack for 100. Okay. Sure. Go ahead and make the relinquished anima here. Okay. We'll go ahead and grab a nice little shell from our deck to our hand. And then they're going to go ahead and set Emission, and they're going to set an Inferno. Well, I suppose. All right. Going to go ahead and trigger our effect here. We're going to go ahead and they're going to do the Inferno. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to chain that Judgment because we do not want this Inferno doing anything here. Oh boy, oh boy. It's going to be a very costly life point shift there, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and load up the Primera here. Now we're going to go ahead and trigger the Primera. Up comes the Volcanic Emission here. Hello, big guy. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get our summon. Alright, we'll go ahead and pay our life. We're going to grab the Stand Up Centurion, which this is the good stuff here. So can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects while you control a Centurion monster card. During your main phase, when this card activated, you can send one card from your hand to graveyard to place a Centurion monster from your deck face up in your spell trap card zone as a continuous trap. And if you would special summon basically during the opponent's turn, you can do a synchro summon. This is the heart and soul of the deck. Alright, we're going to go ahead, do our thing. We're going to go ahead and stand up Centurion, discard the monk. We're going to go ahead and bring out Emmet here. And Emmet's going to go ahead and summon itself. Now, we can actually start getting in to the game plan here. So we've got Letana here, or Legatia. So on special summon, we get to draw a card, and then you can destroy one face-up monster your opponent controls with the highest attack. And then your monster with 2,000 or less attack cannot be destroyed by battle. And during your end phase, you place one non-synchro Centurion from your hand or graveyard face-up in your spawn trap card zone. Okay, we're going to go ahead and blow up the big guy here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and swing on into the anima. 3,500 damage is pretty big. There's a Summoner Monk coming on up here. We're going to go ahead and scale this on up here. And we're actually going to go ahead and bring up the Primera here. So your opponent drew goes in match for turn. Okay. We're going to go ahead and set. We're going to go ahead and attempt Primera to special. Primera effect. We're going to grab the Faith of Centurion. And we're going to go ahead and scale on up, bring up the big guy, and go ahead and do our thing. Our opponent's going to attempt to flip goes in match, and we're going to flip the Solemn of the Judgment here, and they're going to hit that concede button. Yup. Game 3. You know, I would argue that that game was honestly carried by the Judgments. We opened up Effect Veiler, Bonfire, Feather Duster, Evenly Matched, and Stand Up Centurion. We got, what, Volcanic Blaze, Regular Blaze, Infernal Emission, and Bonfire. Wow, both players got Bonfire here. Bonfire on into the Trooper. That's so good. Bonfire on up. We're going to get Veilered. Okay, that's probably the best choke point that you could have. They're going to go ahead and set, and they're going to go ahead and rotate on into the Almirage. And they're set up. Alright, we're going to go ahead and Bonfire on up, scouting for something here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and slam down the Feather Duster. 100% viable. Alright, they're going to go ahead and chain up the big card. So we get the special summon, awesome, cool power guy up here. Go ahead and bring on up the good card. Alright, Primera trigger. Alright, we're going to grab Truth of Centurion. We're going to go slam down the field spell here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and discard. Alright, the Evenly Matched. We'll go ahead and bring up Emmet here, and Emmet's going to go ahead and trigger. We're going to go ahead and make the big Legatia here. So we're going to go ahead and trigger this. We're going to go ahead and Almirage, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and take our free draw here. I mean, we're on a negate, and we're in a pretty decent position here. We'll go ahead and swing on into the big guy. We don't want that thing sticking around. We're going to go ahead and set this, and then we're going to go ahead and trigger Legatia here on end phase. And we're going to go ahead and load up Primera here. Our opponent drew this pesky Ghost Ogre. Man, I cannot tell you the amount of times that this Ogre haunts my dreams playing this deck. Alright, there's the Blaze. We're going to go ahead and trigger. Alright, trigger. We're going to get a Ghost Ogre. It's okay. It's okay. We've got the Trudea here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and stack on up the effects. Alright, get the special here. Alright, we're going to lose our big guy. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the Blaze Accelerator for the Blaze. We're going to go ahead and Ash for the cutoff here. But up comes the Volcanic Broken guy. Alright, we're going to go ahead and swing on into that. Now, since it's the new turn, we're going to go ahead and restack up Trudea. Trudea takes some life. Alright, scale on up. Go ahead and trigger. Alright, go ahead and grab Faith. Alright, pay some more. Go ahead and bring back up the good guy. Special. And now we can go ahead and make another of the big guy. Alright, we'll go ahead and spot removal that off the field. Swing on in for 4,500 damage. That's not bad. Alright, we'll go ahead and scale on up. Our opponent gets Pot of Extravagance on the top deck, which absolutely is amazing here. We're going to go ahead and negate that. Don't blame them for that call. They're going to go ahead and target, mill off the Rimfire. Alright, we'll go ahead and send that rimfire into the good thing. Alright, we'll go ahead and pop that. There's the shell. We'll go ahead and shell on into 500. Alright, go ahead and get the normal into the anima. Shell on up. Alright, we're getting to a link 2 here. Go ahead and banish. Alright, it's the big guy. Alright, we're going to go ahead and take a lot of life. Alright, we're going to go ahead and grab the trap. We're going to go ahead and special. Alright, go ahead and grab the stand-up Centurion. Alright, up comes the big card. We're going to go ahead and rotate here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and bring up Legatia. Alright, we're getting places here. Legatia on into the bonfire. Spot removal, that. Okay. They're going to go ahead and link on into the Nightmare Phoenix here. And we're going to end phase bring up the Primera here. Okay, so where do we go from here? We're going to go ahead and deploy Summoner Monk. Alright, we're going to Summoner Monk discard on into our friend. Go ahead and bring up the good card. Alright, we're going to grab an Emmet from deck. Alright, rotate on in to the Tzolk'in. Okay. Go ahead and target. They're going to attempt to a mission, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and rotate on in to the King Calamity. Finally, we got somewhere here. And we actually end up winning the duel there. Took forever, but not too bad. So what do you guys think? Maybe not the most exciting game, but I think that this, pre-new card, which we get in about 24 hours, it's not too bad. So please, comment down below what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.